Well, thanks for joining us. It's good to be here with the Premier, Stephen Miles, with my Treasurer, Jim Chalmers, my Minister, Murray Watt, the Queensland Treasurer, Cameron Dick, and Nikki Boyd, the State Minister for Fire and Disaster Recovery, and also the Mayor of the Gold Coast, Tom Tate, who will speak after the Premier. We're here today to give a big shout out to everyone who is helping with the recovery, making a big difference, whether they be Australian Defence Force personnel, whether they be volunteers from Disaster Recovery Australia, whether they be people from police and emergency services, from the National Emergency Management Agency, people from around the board, being coordinated, federal, state and local, in helping this community to recover from the disaster. We know how tough it's been for people here in South East Queensland, and we know that there's more to do. And we're determined to do it in a cooperative way across the three levels of government, but also working with those civil society organisations who are once again giving us a practical demonstration that at the most difficult of times we see the best of the Australian character. People pitching in to help their fellow Australians to make a difference, and that is what we are seeing here with this extraordinary centre which is making a difference. Today we're announcing an additional over $20 million for South East Queensland, and we'll have more to say later in the day, and tomorrow we're in far north Queensland about recovery support. We will be delivering additional support for primary producers who will now be able to access up to $75,000 in grants, and affected small businesses and non-profits able to access $50,000 in grants. On top of that, the local recovery and resilience grants of $1 million will be provided to the City of Gold Coast, Logan City Council and the Scenic Rim Regional Council. This is on top of the additional support that we've already provided of some $64 million for tourism, primary producers and small businesses for Queenslanders. In addition to that, can I say that the individual payments that have occurred in South East Queensland, some $10.5 million had been funded by Sunday to assist almost 60,000 people. That comes on top of the $4.5 million that's been paid out to almost 26,000 people in far north Queensland. We know that there is more to do, and we're here to say that we're putting our shoulder to the wheel to make sure that can be done. And I just want to thank all those helping at this recovery centre and helping on the ground here in South East Queensland for making an enormous difference to people's lives. It's been a very difficult period, particularly coming as it did around Christmas and New Year, a time when people look forward to celebrating the relationships they have with family and friends, not going through the tough time that they have. So my heart goes out to all those who've been directly affected, and I say that governments, federal, state and local, will be here with you, but importantly as well, your fellow Australians' thoughts are with you, just as our thoughts are with the people of central Victoria at the moment who are dealing with flood issues. I will travel to Victoria tomorrow afternoon directly from far north Queensland. I know that for communities like Rochester that I visited with then Premier Andrews just a relatively short period of time ago, that town was very much underwater. We flew over Rochester at that time, and it's terrible to think that a short time later towns like Rochester and Seymour are very vulnerable there in Victoria. All of this is a reminder that the science told us that climate change would mean there would be more extreme weather events and they would be more intense. And unfortunately, we are seeing that play out with the number of events that we're having to deal with right around Australia, where over this period we've had events in Queensland, Victoria and Western Australia that have been severe events.